Namaste, welcome back to Stitapagna channel and you are watching AWS real-time cloud projects for beginner to expert level. And we are almost experts. What do you think? Maybe you will be like the project before this. After watching that, maybe you are like, I don't think we can be called experts. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the last project, which was inter-region peering, and this one is going to be similar to that, but whatever we did, the setup we did in the previous one, it was manual, and the project we are going to do now is automate inter-region peering. Okay, so I think it will be similar to what we did, but we are going to automate it instead of doing it manually. So let's see what the use case is here and how we are going to handle automating the inter-region peering. Hey, I need help establishing communication between regions in the galaxy. Sure, can you elaborate on what kind of communication you are trying to establish? The leader of the Galactic Federation's exploration fleet has multiple spacecraft deployed across different regions of the galaxy. To communicate between these spacecraft and the on-premises headquarters, the Federation uses a network of VPCs that they set up through AWS Transit Gateway. However, the fleet wants to establish communication between VPCs in different regions of the galaxy, which requires setting up inter-region transit gateway peering connections. The manual peering process is time-consuming, involves multiple steps, and must be done repeatedly for several regions and spacecraft in the Federation. Do you know a better way to handle these peering connections? Yes, I do. To streamline this process, you can use an automated approach that uses code to perform the peering. Great. Can you provide more details on the automated approach? Sure. Set up an AWS Cloud Formation stack that includes an AWS Step Functions workflow, AWS Lambda functions, IAM roles, and CloudWatch logs. This automated process removes the manual steps required to configure the inter-region peering with AWS Transit Gateway. Looks like the automated process is the way to go. Can you show us how to set up the cloud formation stack with all the resources needed for inter-region peering? Of course, I would love to. Awesome. Can't wait to see the automated process. Okay, even I can't wait to see the automated process because if you remember the previous project, we have to do a bunch of steps. So in this, we are going to create a cloud formation stack to deploy resources, and we'll build a state machine to set up inter-region peering, and then we'll run the state machine. I mean, step function is my forte. I think this should be okay. Let's look at the video concepts. And okay, here we have them. I think pretty much most of them we already covered. We might have already covered. Anyways, if you want to watch them, there will be a link to playlist here, which is AWS Tutorials for Beginners. Click on that link, go to that playlist, search with these names. I already uploaded these videos there, so watch them. I highly recommend you to watch it if you haven't watched it at all, or if you watched it long time ago, watch it again. I'm going to watch all these videos as well because my knowledge on this networking is so so I will go to the videos and I will watch them as well because these are very informative, and they the explanation they do is using these pictures, which makes us understand or remember it for a long time. So I'm going to watch it as well, but I recommend you to watch it and then continue with the rest of the project. Let's go through the steps. Wow, there are 16 steps. I thought this is going to be easy. I thought. Anyways, okay, let's go through this. This solution provides an automated approach that uses code to perform transit gateway peering between VPCs in different AWS regions. Whatever we did in the previous project, same thing, but instead of doing it manually, we will set up code which does all that manual process for us. Transit gateways and VPCs are created and configured in the requester region and the acceptor region. Similar to the previous one again, this is one region, this is another. Think of this as Virginia, this Oregon. Okay. The requester region is where a peering request is originated and the acceptor region accepts the peering request. The user deploys an AWS cloud formation stack using a template stored in S3 bucket. I think they will provide that stack for us. The cloud formation cloud formation stack provisions multiple AWS Lambda functions which are used to set up and monitor peering connections between the two transit gateways. The transit gateway peering function sets up the peering connection. I think transit gateway peering, this function, it sets up the peering connection. The get status function checks the status of the peering connection. The modify transit gateway routes function then adds the appropriate routes to the requester and accepted transit gateway route tables. The user manually creates a state machine by using the AWS Step Functions Workflow Studio console. The state machine uses the 3 Lambda functions created by CloudFormation Stack and 2 flow control actions. The state machine workflow starts by invoking the transit gateway peering function. The state machine then uses a wait flow control to pause for 1 minute. Don't worry about this. When you see the actual DAG, you will understand it very easily instead of these words. The state machine then runs the get status function. After the get status function is completed, the state machine uses a choice action to either run the next function if the peering connection is completed or wait and check the status again. After the get status shows a completed peering connection, the modify transit gateway routes function updates the transit gateway routes table for the peering connection. The user reviews and verifies that the route table associations and transit gateway attachments are set up correctly so that traffic can be routed between VPCs and two regions. Okay, since we already know the process, how to establish inter-region peering, this should not take much time, but instead of doing that, we are going to write the code which does it for us. So let's enable this. Practice lab goals are reviewing the VPCs and transit gateways in two regions which they already created. Then we are going to create an AWS Cloud Formation Stack by using AWS Management Console. As I am assuming they'll provide us the file. That's what they did so far. Then we will review the AWS Lambda functions created by the Cloud Formation Stack. Then we will create and invoke a new AWS step function state machine with the Lambda functions. I am assuming they also provided the script for that. Then we will verify the VPC route table associations for transit gateway after running this, whether it created it successfully or not. And the DIY, we are going to update state functions state workflow to replace the requester function with the DIY function. And check the acceptor region route table to ensure that a peering connection has been established. Awesome. Let's not waste any time. Let's finish this. Let's start the lab. Okay, that was fast. Oh wow, they didn't give us any files. Maybe they put it in S3 because they are not going to make us work hard, trust me. And I don't think within 54 steps we can do all that. Okay, so we are going and immediately changing it to Oregon. And in this, we are going to go to the cloud formation. And they already created the stack creation secondary. Okay, that's fine. We'll review that and make sure it is complete. Once it is complete, we are going to go to the lab VPC B. Okay, this is VPC. Okay, we went to the VPC directly. Lab VPC B, and I think we will just check or review the cedar. Okay, cedar block. Okay, I reviewed it. Do you want me to copy it? Okay, they want us to see B is that, and then A is 10.1.00. Okay. Okay, let me copy this one. B should be this, and then A should be 1. Okay. Go next. And we are going to transit gateways. And there is only one transit gateway. Review it's available and created successfully. And then we are going to check the associations by going to transit gateway route tables. And this is associated to the attachment. They already created an attachment for the respective VPC, which is the VPC B, I'm assuming, and then they created the attachment and associated with this transit gateway. So we are good. And then they chose the default one, I'm assuming. And here, if you see, there is no associations here. Transit gateway has a default route table and can optionally have additional route tables. A route table includes dynamic and static routes that decide the next hop based on the destination IP addresses. And as you can see, there is none for the default one. And if you check the routes, there are no routes as well. The target of these routes could be any transit gateway attachment. By default, transit gateway attachments are associated with default transit route table. Okay, now we are going back to Virginia. And we will check the same things again, but first of all they want us to go to S3. See, they will put everything, the files here. I'm very sure about it. Okay, so review all these files. And we are going to copy the URL of JSON. I think the JSON is the cloud formation. Then we are going to cloud formation. And by the way, read the concept. Don't forget about it. I will only read the concept for the things that I don't know. So that's why I'm not reading, but I want you to pause the video and read the concepts. Okay. Cloud formation, create stack. We know this process. We have done this by now several times. We'll choose S3. We will provide the URL and we are going to name it that one. And the S3 bucket, whatever bucket name we copied, looks like. Next, scroll down, select that and submit. And it will take some time because it has 3 lambda functions and couple of other things to create. So that's okay. Then let's go to lambda and verify those 3 lambda functions are actually created. Click next and review these 2 lambda functions. Looks like load data and DIY modify. Okay, then we are going to create state machine, which is the step functions. Okay, don't worry, we are not going to create from scratch. They already have the zip file. We will just upload it. Choose a blank one. Oh, seriously? They are going to make us create it? Seriously? Invoke lambda. This is good. I mean, they improved because previously they are not letting us do it. I wish they did it even before. State name, and then you have to pick the lambda for this, the appropriate lambda from here. Right here, from here, which is, I guess, the peer transit gateway. And then we are going to click enter payload, input $. So whatever input this is getting, pass it as the input. Technical, that's what we are doing by here. What's next? And output, I think leave as is, or maybe filter output with output path. Okay, so when you do that, what is going to happen? Only a portion of the output to pass to the next step. Right, we are going to run a couple of other things, right? Whatever this output, we don't want all of it. We are going to so it is already selected, so we are unselecting it because we don't want that. Instead, we want all the output to be sent. Okay, and then what is this? We are going to put a wait state. It all it does is it will wait for some time. Okay, then we will put what? Wait state for 1 minute. So let's name it wait 1 minute and wait for a fixed interval, and that's going to be 60 seconds. And then we are going to add another lambda, and we are going to name it get status. And this time it is going to be the get transit status function. Same thing, we will go to the input. Input is going to be the same, and we will repeat the same thing again, clear that filter output thing, and then let's come back. Here we are going to use a choice state. Choice state you might have already know if you know anything about algorithms, right? Choice, when this status do this, when this status do this. So it will have by default a default, which means if it doesn't fall through this rule, it will go to this. It's like an if statement. If this, that, otherwise that one. And rule one, we have to write the condition. Let's see what condition we are going to write. And we are going to name, okay, they didn't write any condition. Did we not? Maybe they will add the condition later on. But on the rule one, they are triggering another lambda. And let's name it modify transit gateway route tables. I will explain you when we create it. Don't worry about it. This is very easy. Step functions is so easy. Okay, let me scroll down. And again, same thing, we have to pick the lambda, which will be that the requester one. And then the same thing, the payload. Let me scroll this down. Then uncheck uncheck that one. Oh no, we are not unchecking it. We are actually selecting this option for this one. Add original input to output using result path. Combine original input with result. Okay, so previously I think we are not sending the input to the output, but if you want both input to the output using the result path, we have to select that. So that's what we are selecting here. Okay. Okay, then now let's configure the choice state, and we are going to name the choice state job complete, and the rule we are going to create is, I think based on the previous one status, I guess we will create that. Yes, exactly, that's what we are doing. So the we are saying if the previous lambda status, if it is equal to string constant which is available. So you might be thinking like, where are we getting that available from? Okay, so in the lambda function they are going to return status. If it's successful, then they will return it saying available. And we are saying here, if that lambda function status is available, then go ahead and trigger this one. If it is not, then I guess whatever we are going to drop here. So we added that, we selected that. That we are also editing the default rule. Okay, okay, when we edited the default, we are saying go back and wait 1 minute and get the status again. So it is going to be in a loop. Okay, makes sense. And once we do that, view role configuration. What did we do? Okay, we clicked on create, view role configuration. Okay, and we are going to select the state machine name or step function name, and the execution role we are going to choose is that one, which is something they already created. And then we are going to trigger it immediately. Seriously? Okay. Start execution. It looks like it doesn't take any input, so we'll click on start execution, and we can view the DAG. Graph view or table view. You can see once it is executed, it will show you the status. All right, once that is done, we are going to go to the VPC. Scroll down. Now remember the default one that we selected previously and it didn't show any of the routes. Now if we select that, you will see the routes added here. Note that this route is to the seeder range for US West 2 Lab VPC. Remember the seeders we have seen in the previous, not previous, but initially. So this belongs to Oregon. 10.1 belongs to Virginia. Okay, it's successfully added. Now if we go to Oregon and select the default and routes, there are no routes here. Okay, that's it. So why are there no routes? Because we have to go ahead and use the DIY part and add the route. Because route, when you are doing peering, route has to be added on the both sides, the requester side and the acceptor side. Here we only added it on the requester side, so we'll add it on the acceptor side level. Any questions? Cool. So most of the work is done by them, which is creating the Lambda functions. So I'm going to download them to my desktop so that I can use it in my projects, because I don't want to reinvent the wheel again, right? So that I will do, but we will explore those Lambda functions as well. Nowhere in this they actually told us to go ahead and see them, but don't worry about it. I'm going to explain this. Oh, let's go to Oregon. And let's go to cloud formation. And it's complete, which is good. Now let's go to VPC. Okay, select. Okay, we're just reviewing if the VPC is there or not. Okay, we can see the VPC is here, and its seeder is this one. Make sure 10.2 is the VPC-B. Okay, let's go to Transit Gateway and make sure it is there. And yes, the Transit Gateway is here. And if we go route tables, this has the associations created, so no problem. And this one doesn't have any routes. This one doesn't have any routes as well. Okay, but the thing is, associations, they don't have any associations, but this has association to that VPC. If I go and open this attachment, this is actually associated to the VPC-B, whatever that is. Okay, that is good. Now let's go back. And here we are going to go to S3. Let's open this in a new window. All right, let's go to the data bucket. And okay, I don't know why there are these. I think these are the Lambda function codes. And okay, let me select everything. Okay, I cannot download them multiple. These are the Lambda function code, just so you know. And this is the, let's the copy here. This one is for the cloud formation JSON. Okay, that's about it. Let's go and all right, let's go to cloud formation. Did I open one? Okay, maybe looks like I didn't open one. Cloud formation. Okay, let's click on this. Let's create a stack, and let me show you the stack how that looks, so that if you guys want to, then maybe. Okay, here's the file. Okay, so that's the version. as of now I think we still are using that. The description is creates automated transit gateway peering connection, and the parameters, okay, for S3 bucket name we are going to use, it's a string bucket that contains lambda code cf templates. That is that the bucket name we are using? Let me check. Okay, why is this? Okay, this is weird. Oh, that was in full screen, that's why. Okay, let me exit. But this bucket name is this one. What are they trying to refer to? What does it mean by CF templates? Is it a default template or something? Hmm. Resources, P transit gateways, and where type is lambda function and function name is going to be that. Handler is this one, version is that, and S3 bucket name is that one, and it's this one. I think we have to update the bucket name. I think we have to update this bucket name because definitely this file is not in this bucket. Did they show us that we need to update, or did I miss it? Okay, let me go back and check it here. I feel like I missed it. Okay, they're not telling us to update that anywhere. That's weird. Oh yeah, here we are changing it. Never mind. Okay, we are again parameter. We are changing it, so I think we all good. Okay, this we are changing, so we are good. Okay, so it's going to create that. Description is that, memory is that one, timeout, and then this is the lambda role. I think that's it. This is for one lambda and another lambda with we are going to create, and the function name is that one. Same thing repeats the same thing again, and the code is in this zip file. And then another, what is this? Transit gateway router routes, another lambda, same thing. The code is in this one, and this is for modified transit gateway all routes, another lambda looks like. And then after that it is creating a lambda role which is called this one, reference that. And we are for the lambda we are assuming that role and giving those permissions. Policies, transit gateway automate lambda policies, so couple of IAM policies and roles. We are giving permission to the logs, all the resources, and system manager, or is it secret manager? I think it is systems secret manager. And then EC2 etc. roles, then transit way gateway logs, route logs, assume role, and etc. They are doing a lot of things, but anyways, they are just configuring everything, including the IAM roles and logs and lambda functions and etc. So let's go here. Let me make this full screen. Amazon URL, I think I have it somewhere. Let me take it this way. And okay, I think this is the URL. Let me copy it, paste it. Next, stack name, I'm going to give this one, and bucket name, this is populated from that file, but that's not what we are going to use. We are going to use the bucket name This one. Next, role, I think it's fine. We don't have to give any role. And select this, submit. And this is going to take some time. Okay. And I will pause and will come back. Okay, it is done. Let's go to Lambda. Okay, we have these. Let's go through each one of them. Uh, it looks like these are created now. These are there since from the beginning, so let's not worry about them. Creates peering connection between transit gateway in active and passive region, and then add static routes to requester. Get transit gateway peering status, and then we have DIY. What is this load data function? What does this do? Oh, we don't have permission to open it. Then why did they want us to review it? And where is the DIY? Okay, DIY is here. Modify transit gateways. Okay, what is this doing? Resetting both the regions and retries. We are creating a dictionary, and then another dictionary configs. Then we are connect EC2, describe transit gateways, and filters we are using name equals to state, values equals to available, active response, print active response, active transit gateway, active response, getting the first one. I think we will only get to know how that looks, active response looks, and then we can figure out what they're trying to do here. But they are doing so much. If you guys want to go through, I will scroll down for you guys. Okay, so this is what this is for the DIY. I don't know why we are even looking at the DIY one, but okay, these are the four. Something similar it is doing again, active response it is getting pretty much. It is using the create transit gateway peering attachment to create that, accept to accept, describe to describe. I think these are the functions: describe transit gateways, transit gateway attachments, transit gateway. So as you can see, it is using these functions by connecting to this one. EC2, EC2, is that how it is? Yeah, I mean, I think behind the scenes pretty much they are EC2s, I guess. Okay, and then they have modified transit gateway requester routes. I guess it will use the same functions again. Same thing, describe, how it uses describe VPCs, describe transit gateway, search transit gateway, create transit gateway. I guess it doesn't hurt for us to go through these functions and learn these different functions they are using. This gets the status of it. And again, it is going to use the same ones. Yeah. So pretty much these revolve around those same functions. Okay, now let's go ahead and create our step functions. Let's get started. I will create my own. Dismiss, dismiss. Okay, we are going to start. Just drag and drop it. Dismiss, and I'm going to name this one. So you will name the state, which will display it here. Select it, and we are going to choose get function, not runtime. Actually, I will choose the function name right here, which is, what is this, transit gateway peering, right? I think it is this one. Yeah. Okay, then we'll scroll down and use enter payload, not enter payload, use input no, enter payload, I guess. Yeah. And what is the payload? We are going to say whatever we are getting from the input, put it here. And remember, they also told us to go to the output and uncheck this one. Okay, I think pretty much that's it to configure here. There is nothing much. And once this is done, we are going to use flow wait and drag it in there. And we are going to name this wait 1 minute. And this is going to be, I think they told us 60 seconds. And then we are going to again actions, lambda, drop it. This one we are going to name get status, because once you do that, it needs to know if it is done or not. So that's why it is going to check. And the function for this would be get transit status. Yeah, this one. And input payload, the same thing. And let's go to input output. Let's uncheck this one, click here. I think that okay. Once we add that, what are we going to do? We are going to select choice, drag and drop it, and here we are going to again trigger a lambda, correct? And choice, if it is default, I can just select this one and I'm going to go to wait, so like this. And rule 1 I'm going to write it anyways, but uh, this particular lambda, which lambda are we going to invoke and what are we going to name it? Modified transit gateway route tables. This now actually modifies the transit gateway route tables. And let's select the respective function. Okay, and let's go to the input. And here for this one output, we are not just selecting this one, we are selecting I want both input output, combine input with output. Okay, I think pretty much that's that. But this choice, what do I want to name this? Job complete. This one, which one? Is this done or not? Okay, and get status, I wanted to show you. Is it, do I have still have the lambda? Oh, I don't. It's okay, I will show that later on. And let's design the rule 1, and this rule 1 is going to be the status from the above flow, is it equal to payload, the previous payload, and its status is equal to string constant available. If it's available, then go to the next one, otherwise wait 1 minute, check, get the status again until it is available. I think pretty much that's it. This is a simple one. I hope, I mean, when it works, then we'll talk about it. Okay, let's go ahead. We can click here and change the name, and then permission, they already created a role for us. Select that and let's click on create, and no error, so it got created successful. If you click on state machines, you will see that here. And all we have to do is start execution, no input needed. Let's hope whatever we created actually works. So as you can see, it's running. If you want to check the logs for this one, click on logs. Okay, it's showing us transit gateway. I think this is how we will get the describe. When you do describe, it will describe all the gateways, state available, etc. Okay, but it is still running. And you can go to this particular lambda by clicking on here. You can maximize this like this. Okay, it's still running. Let's see what is it. Okay, it updated this one. initiating request, tags, all that. This takes 5 minutes to run, but I just want to show how each one can be displayed here for us. Okay, requester info, initiating request, same thing. Read items 0, so it's the first one. So it is done, as you can see, and it will show you output of this particular component. And we are waiting 1 minute before getting the status of this, just because I think they know it will take at least 1 minute. So if you see, this one has status code, okay, but this one will have status and it will say available. I will show you that in a minute. Let's give that 1 minute for it to check. Details, you can go to the logs of that Lambda from here. You can open this Lambda and it will show how long it overall time, and this will show how long this one took. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is all from that Lambda. And this payload, what it got completed, run successfully, status code, and these are just from this. Okay, anyways, so the get status ran, and output, if you see, status is showing as what? Pending. It's not available. So what it did, it went to job complete, but it didn't trigger this, because when this checked, the status is pending. So since it's not available, it went. Now it is waiting 1 more minute, then it will check the status again until the status of this output is available. It will come, it will go back, come, go back. Once this status says available, then it will come to the next one. So let me pause and let me come back. Okay, looks like it is done. Full screen this one. As you can see, so this one status became available, then it came, checked, okay, status is available, then it went and ran this one, and it finished successfully. So once this is successful, what are we supposed to do? Let's go to the VPC here, and now let's go to the transit. Oh, already we are here, transit gateways, and this one, this is deleted. Oh, okay, I don't know what that one was. It looks like it's deleted. Did we delete it? Okay, let's go and check the route tables. I think that's what we are supposed to. Click on this and associations. Yes, routes. Still no routes. Then what did we create? Okay, maybe not for this. Is it for this? Okay, the route is here, peering. But does it? Okay, default association route table is not there. Is that what they showed? Okay, let me see. I don't know. Something is confusing here. Okay, so we went to the default one. Okay, not this one, this one, and the route tables. Yes, correctly. This is the other VPCs. That's it. And we need to go to Oregon and select there, and it's not showing. I think that's what we are supposed to do. Okay, now let's go to Oregon and select this routes. This is supposed to point to the other one, which is 10.1.0.0, which it is not. So that I am assuming we have to do as part of DIY. Anyways, at least we replicated the practice once properly. Now update the step states function workflow to replace the requester function with the DIY function. Check the acceptor region route table to ensure that a peering connection. Okay, I think all we have to do is go here, edit the machine. Is this the requester function they are talking about? Yeah, this is the requester. So they're telling modify this to be the DAW function. Okay, that remains same. Okay, that's we can have that one. But my question is, okay, these two still that okay, the modifying it will modify the other one now. Okay, cool. Save it, exit it. Okay, let's new execution, run it again, and we'll be back once it is done. Okay, looks like this ran fast, so I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing, but what I am going to do is, okay, let me go to the VPC. Okay, this is the VPC and I'm in Oregon, so let's refresh and let's click on this. Wow, it did work and it updated one. That's nice. State machine name. Okay, I will give you the state machine name. They asked for the name, right? Okay, I think this is the name. Peering state machine, is that what we named it? No, right? Huh. Did they tell us to name it that? I don't know. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Route table ID. Which route table? This one or that one? I'm assuming this one. And it's saying transit gateway route table. But I don't know. Are they asking this one? This one? Okay, I will try giving this one because that is not clear at all. Yes, they are asking that one, but seriously, maybe they mentioned it somewhere here. I don't know. You did it successfully. Yep. Yep. I'm getting used to these transit gateway, route table, attachments, etc. Step function is something that I do at work, so that is not a biggie. I hope you liked it. I liked it. Now I know that whatever we did in the previous can be automated. So effective and less time consuming. Choose a reward. I think we'll pick this one. If you did enjoy it, you know what to do. Go ahead, like, comment, definitely comment. And anyways, you have to comment for the quiz, which we are going to do. Fireworks, fireworks, fireworks. I don't know why it's very slow right when we finish this. I think behind the scenes it has to check with different database tables to see my level and all these rewards, I guess. But still, okay, now let's go ahead and zap some drones. It's quiz time. Are you all ready for this? Let's see if I can score more than you. How can Lambda be used in context of inter-region peering using Transit Gateway? Is used to automate a configuration of peering connection. Yeah, I mean that's what we did. So yeah, let's go ahead and select this. What? All right, all right. Already one wrong. I hope at least you guys answered it correctly. Which AWS service is primarily used to automate the setup of with AWS Transit? Cloud formation. Yes. Okay, 1-1. I hope none of you got 2-0. No, I'm just kidding. I want you guys to have 2-0, not be like me. How can AWS step functions be used in context of inter-region peering? Using AWS Transit Gateway. No, it's not this. No, it's not this. I don't think it is this. I think it is this. Either this or this. Let's check. I am I'll just go with this one. Yes, 2-1. 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Which statement is true about peering VPCs in different AWS accounts using inter-region peering with Transit Gateway? Inter-region peering of VPCs in different AWS accounts is supported and can be quickly configured. Is limited to VPCs with nope. Inter-peering of VPCs in different is supported but is required manual configuration. This is wrong. I mean, that statement itself is inter-region. What do you mean by this one? I mean, I think this one is not in different accounts. It's in the same account. So I don't know if it even supports different accounts. If it is supports, then I'm assuming this one, but I don't know if it supports. I think it supports. I'm assuming it supports AWS accounts. I think it is this one, but let's check. Okay, that is not what I want to click, but so it supports, it is Transit Gateway supports, but the question is quickly configured. I don't think I will select this one. It is wrong. 2-2. Inter-region peering using AWS Transit Gateway is available in all AWS regions. Nope. 3-2. I think we might be out of questions. Let's see. 3-2, not good at all. I think you guys performed better than me. I hope at least. What are some benefits of DynamoDB streams? Okay, which one? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I think I'll pick these ones. Yes, 4-2. So I got 4-2, guys. So let me know how many you got right in the comments, and don't forget to put my score as well, because as you already know, this video will be posted in future and I won't remember my score in this one. So put my score, which is 4-2, and put your score. Let's see who won. All right, I hope you enjoyed this one, and don't forget to like, comment, share, because I'm seeing on these videos people are not liking for some reason. Okay, do like them so that these videos can be shown to other people when somebody searches for AWS projects. So please do that, and thank you if you already did it. I really appreciate it. Have a nice day. See you in the next video. Peace out.